Long question, does your art look like this? Art looks really good, but also kind of boring. Don't worry though, I'm here to show you how to make it look like this. I'm going to show you how I shade my drawings in just pencil. Step 1. Get a reference. It is not an art sin to use a reference to draw something. I use references for my art all the time. I know a lot of people say you can't use references to improve, but really, that's what you need, especially for learning something new. Step 2 is things you need. Pencils of choosing, sometimes an inking pen, but you can also use a ballpoint pen because it works just as good as the fine line pens. It just depends on the style you're going for, but you can also use a black colored pencil. And the big boy, the blender tool, oh my gosh. I don't know what it's called, but it works really well. But if you don't have that, you can also use Q-tips, which works just as well. This is artist preference, but I use a kneaded eraser for everything because I think it works a lot better than the erasers on like the tops of pencils and like these erasers. Now, on the drawing. First, get a jar. Patrick, that's a pickle.
Yes.
For this specific video tutorial, I drew Kararu from Evangelion, so I can kind of show you my idea for everything. Because he has a lot of gray colors and everything kind of blends together. So here's showing you how to make it work with just pencils. Now this may feel like common sense, but look at your hands. Which hand do you hold that pencil in? Do you hold it in the left or the right? If you hold it on the left, you're going to want to start from the right and work your way over to the left. And if you're right-handed, start on the left and work your way to the right. So when you're shading, you don't work your way over and as you go you smudge it. But if you start on the opposite side of your hand, it will run a lot more smoothly and you'll have to really worry about it. Anyway, let's move on. I'm going to start with the eyes to really show you how it really works. So you're going to start by making a very light circle where the white of the eye should be. And then you're going to draw the bottom of the eye of where the color would be. Then you're going to lightly, darkly shade around the white of the eye. And then work your way down and lightly do it. So at the top you push hard, then you push soft. Wow! Now for these weird hair clips, I don't really know what they're called, but you're going to shade very softly, very lightly, like I said, for the eyes. And then you're going to work your way over to make it darker. But you want to be careful with the lines and the details, because if you make it too dark, then it might be hard to see your small details like this. We're going to do this one a bit differently. We're going to make a very light line in the middle and make it as if that's where the light is hitting it. So when you work around it, you make it darker and lighter. Ugh, this is taking too long. Let's speed it up a bit so we can actually get to the good important parts. Finally, we can actually use the blender tool I've been telling you about. I'm going to use the Q-tips because that's something that I think most people will have. And I will show you it works the exact same way. And when you're using just graphite, it is your best friend. But this is kind of what it looks like with the same pencil, but with different forms of pressure being used. Now we're going to do his hair, and this is going to be even more fun. But first, I gotta show you how this works. By using pressure, I'm making it a very dense color. And when I slowly go down, if you use less pressure, I'll make it look lighter. Think of it like an opacity on digital art. It gets lighter or darker depending on the percent used. This is another artist preference, but I prefer to go in a circular motion instead of going straight up and down. I find it easier to blend that way. Now take your handy dandy blender out and blend those pieces together to make it look smooth and you don't see all of your pencil lines. Kinda like this. Now take your pencil and clean up around the edges. Now this is going to be more challenging because we're going to be mixing the pressure of the graphite. You're going to do what I just taught you about the pressure and going on to soft pressure with making it lighter. If you get a little too excited blending and the marks kind of go outside the lines, it's okay. You can just erase it. It's really easy to erase. One thing I do to not get confused by what places are completely black is I put little light X's where I know there's nothing, no other color. Found these on complete accident. Apparently these things were called blending stumps. How long is this going to take? A dumb thing I do when I get near the bottom, I put my fingers down and I just kind of scribble against my fingers so I can try not to get out of the lines. When you're just putting down your pencil, you don't have to worry about making the lines like perfect because it's going to be blended together anyway. Sometimes you just have to trust your hand to just know where you're going to go. And here is my finished product. It is not my best work, but it's not my worst. And I'm hoping that this video helps someone out there. So, I will see you in the next one. Let me know if this helped you, because I'd love to know I helped somebody. See ya.